everyone, and welcome back to Harvest Moon Wonderful Life Special Edition. This is Showboat, and this is the first day back to recording actual YouTube content from my vacation. Oh my goodness. So yes, I am back from my vacation. It was pretty nice. I should probably see how much bird feed is left in the bird feeder tomorrow. That might be a thing that I need to check. I don't need to say if we're going to sleep. It's the morning edition, so I have coffee. In fact, it shall be the morning edition for the foreseeable future. Yes, I am up early. Thank you so much. And by morning edition, I mean more like the 8 o'clock hour type of morning edition. Oh, joy. So, yes, I have been on vacation since just before my birthday. Well, those look ready. Let's shake those down. So how did my vacation go? It was alright. There was a lot of manual labor involved. I mean, a lot of manual labor involved. Tons and tons. Because I cleaned my room completely of all of the stuff that was in it. All of the junk and boxes. And all the other stuff that was in there. Clothes that were old from before my dad passed away. All that sort of stuff was in my room. There was this gigantic pile of clothes that was on top of my dresser that I had to go through. That we hadn't gone through yet. My dad's been passed away for like over 4 years now. Now I didn't mean to shake the tree again. I want the grapes. Pick up the grapes. Pick up all of the grapes. Thank you, come again. So yeah, I went through all of the clothes pretty quickly, because my mom sure as hell wasn't going to do it, ever. She hasn't done it in 4 years, she's not going to do it now. Well, they have food, so we're done here. Ay, 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 ay. So yeah, I did all of that. I went through all the clothes, I went through all the junk and trash and shoes. There were shoes everywhere, old shoes. Like 8 pairs of old shoes that had to be thrown away. Let's see, what else was there? Several boxes. Plenty of electronics as well. There was the old desktop with monitor in a box, a huge, like 3.5 foot tall box that just existed in my room for some strange reason. That we got rid of. We took it, and I took out the hard drive in it, and we sent it to the city recycling for electronics. We have a special electronic recycling place that you can go to take all the old electronics. We took in that desktop, which was running, I think, Windows 98 or 95, something like that, one of those two, at the time of donation. And when we originally got it, it was running Windows 3.1. And the year we got it was 2000, I think. Year 2000, something like that. Something along those lines of the year 2000. I need all of these. These are gem soil. Yes, yes. Give me the gem soil. Also donated not donated, but also recycled a couple of very old laptops. Well, I say very old, but one of them was what you could consider ancient. The other is more recent. The first one, of course, I took the hard drives out of both and am keeping those. First one was an old Dell XPS laptop that was the first Windows XP system that we ever owned. It was our first laptop that we ever owned. It was technically my mother's laptop, but for all intents and purposes, it was my laptop. I was the one who was on it for 12 hours a day plus. Yeah, it was effectively mine. And yeah, I used that thing until I got the next laptop that was recycled, and that was the Alienware M17X that I got when I was a freshman in college, which was perhaps one of the biggest expense mistakes of my life. I paid, gosh, somewhere along the lines of $1,700 for the laptop itself, and it came with a free hat. I often said that I got a $1,700 hat because the graphics card decided it wanted to die from the stress that I put it through within a year. Within a year of owning that laptop, it was remarkable. I couldn't run the discrete graphics anymore. I had to run the integrated graphics, which didn't support DirectX at all. So I could play things like Plants vs. Zombies on the thing, but that's about it. So I took the hard drive out and I had it recycled. I wasn't using it anymore. I replaced it with an actual desktop when I was a sophomore, I think. Spring of my sophomore year in college for my undergrad degree. And in doing so, sealed my fate going forward as I continuously upgraded that desktop over and over again every semester, even to this very day. Yeah. So there was the electronic stuff. There was also a TV, a small CRT TV that we had before we got our flat screen TV. Which, here's the thing. We were only able to get the flat screen TV due to the life insurance from my dad. So we've had this TV for about 4 years. It's like a 42-inch 3D TV. And it's still working, which is surprising for a flat screen TV these days. It works just fine. The 3D actually works fine. The glasses need new batteries for the two that we had been using constantly, but overall the TV's still doing fine somehow. But the old TV was this little, like, I don't know, 14-inch standard definition CRT TV that was just moved into my room when we got the flat screen. And it was old. All the a number of the buttons were broken on it. You had to use like a pencil to actually push the internal button to turn the thing on and to like adjust channel or adjust volume, one of those two. I think it was volume. And yeah, oh, I never did milk my cows. I never did do that, did I? Oh, I need to get used to playing the game again. Jeez. So yeah, we got rid of that. Not donate, but we did things. It's fine that they're out here. They'll immediately eat, as you saw. I can do the things while they're out here. No, you need to stand up so I can milk you. So that was that. There was a VHS player. An actual VHS player. That was mine. Actually, I bought it and paid for it. It was the VHS player that I used initially when I first started recording videos for YouTube. That video player was involved with the process of recording, because that effectively was a means of being able to record my Super Nintendo at the start, because the Super Nintendo had a coaxial connection for video, and I had to convert that coaxial connection to the composite connection that was my capture card at the time, which was like a Diamond VC 500 or something like that. And that would go to the PC, so it would run. I would run the coaxial cable to the VCR, and then the VCR had an output, but its output for composite was only single channel. It wasn't a stereo connection, which brought all sorts of trouble. Oh joy, what am I going to do the rest of this day? I don't even know. In future, I want to try to do multiple days in a video. I'm just busy talking about the vacation stuff that I've done today, probably tomorrow as well. The thing I need to note is that this series is going to be going daily. My other series that I had been doing along with this Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, I consider to be completely over at this point. I will not be doing any more daily run type recording videos for that particular series. That's a decision I've made over my vacation. Yeah, so there was that, all of that electronic stuff, plus two 30-gallon bags of VHS recordable tapes. So recordable VHS tapes. 2 30-gallon bags full of them that we took in to be recycled. There were a bunch of other tapes that we've kept, but just all of those recordable VHS tapes were gone. I was like, I am having none of this. We are getting rid of all of these. Every single one. They were in boxes in my closet, of all places. It's like, these are getting mold on them, on the actual tape. We have to get rid of these. So we did. As for all of the clothes, there were 3 30-gallon trash bags of donatable clothes that I had gone through. There was an additional bag of stuff to throw out, but there were 3 that were uh, to donate. Nice big 30-gallon bags full of clothes that weighed a ton. Fortunately enough, we had a donation service go by before I left. They patrolled the neighborhood on like the 6th and gave one large bag for donating. Just one is all that they gave. So it's like, okay, they said you can put the bag out and mark additional bags. So we marked additional bags with like a sheet of paper, and there were other clothes that were like in the living room that were meant to be donated. So we stuck them all out for donation, and that was that. They were gone. I also threw in like a bunch of like old electronic toy type things and other broken electronics because they apparently would they took basically everything and any like electronic stuff that they would go ahead and recycle stuff. So yep, we got rid of all the rest of that stuff, and then then I had a floor. I had an actual floor after all of this, and after throwing out a whole bunch of boxes and things, there was an actual floor. I couldn't believe it, an actual floor. And I was able to rearrange my furniture a bit so that I could have an actual wall. What's better than an actual floor? An actual wall. Which was the goal all along, because I will be moving back home in July. So I needed to have room for being able to move back home. Which I was successful in. The thing is, I may not actually be moving back home, per se, because at some point within these next several months, my mom may be having to do a move herself to a different place. Because the house we're in is a absolute crap house. It is the shittiest thing you've ever seen. It's a 906 square foot house, and she's paying $995 per month for it. Effectively $1,000 per month, and the house doesn't have central air at all. We have an air conditioner that we bought that's in a window air conditioner, because the one that was with the house died a long time ago. So we replaced that out of pocket, mind you, because the landlord sure as hell wasn't going to pay for a new one, and our heating is via a floor furnace that's in the hallway. You have to walk over the furnace to get to the bedrooms and the bathroom from the living room and kitchen and bonus room. The house is effectively a 2-bedroom house with a bonus room that doesn't have a closet, which I use as an office. It's basically an office, a library, a music room, and a sewing room. But good luck trying to sew or sing music on the keyboard. Good luck with that, because everything else is storage in that room. That room is also used for storage of things. So, anyway, point being, the house is crappy at the moment because it needs a new roof. The paint is peeling. Like, quite literally, the paint is peeling everywhere. Off the ceiling, off the walls. There is a roof leak in several locations, I think. The roof leaks. Let's see, there's the faucet in the kitchen has a continuous stream of water that flows out of it when it's supposed to be off. That's a wonderful thing. There's a hole in the ceiling in my mother's room that for a time was covered via duct tape. Yes, duct tape. But that had fallen off a while ago. So there's just this hole in the ceiling. And is the landlord going to come over to fix all these things? Not while we're in that house. He may decide to fix the problems with the house, but we can't be there for him to fix it because a lot of the problems are extremely major and will require a lot of work and a lot of people coming in and out, and we can't be there when they're doing that. So, my mother's been looking at houses lately in order to get the heck out. That's what I keep telling her. Get out! There are literally better houses for the same price per month or less to rent. Now, of course, she wants to get something like a townhome or a condo that has more square footage. Of course, the rent will be higher, but what she's looking at is more condo and townhome kind of thing, because she doesn't want to take care of a lawn. I keep telling her, houses with lawns generally are cheaper than townhomes and condos. So, yeah. Anyway, chances are, since our landlord has decided not to send us a lease renewal, technically her lease has been expired for the house for a while, but since she keeps sending him checks and he keeps cashing them, technically it's a month-to-month lease at this point. Eventually he's going to say get out. So we have to be ready for that, and part of getting ready for that was me cleaning my room, so that it becomes much easier to be able to move. Oh boy, so other than that, what did I want to say? I guess we'll have to wait until tomorrow, because this series is now daily! I will talk more about my vacation and such tomorrow, for what it was. As for other announcements I should make in this video, I am streaming on twitch.tv/otakushowboat every day. Every day I stream. This will still be in effect once classes start next week. Yeah, I stream daily. Currently playing Kerbal Space Program and Fallout 4. When I stream in the afternoon, which is 1 to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, I usually play Kerbal Space Program. And in the evening, from approximately 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, I play Fallout 4. On Fridays, I will not be having the 1 to 4 block, and when classes start, I will not have the 1 to 4 block on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because of class on each day. So yeah, that's it. That's what I wanted to say. I'm streaming. Go over there and help me out. Support me by following me, watching my streams. I also have the option to donate. Moves are not cheap, and since my mother will hopefully be moving by the time I get out there, or shortly thereafter, she can't necessarily afford to help me out with my move to get back home, and my move to get back home is going to be rather expensive, and I cannot necessarily afford it. At least I can afford the cheapest possible way, which would involve the most work on my part, of having to walk my things to a post office to send them out and then fly home. And even then, I would need to replace a number of my larger items to do what I actually want to do, which is hire a actual moving company of some description, hire someone to move my stuff in a truck, I will need like $1,000 to do that. I can technically afford it, but my quality of life will be down the drain for the foreseeable future if I am forced to do that. So, yeah, with all that lovely stuff out of the way, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Showboat, and I shall see you all on the next one tomorrow. Yay, tomorrow.